So not an easy topic, but what happens in down rounds? And if some investors are willing to support the company and others aren't, what's pay to play? What happens to founders and management in these situations?
Yeah, and I don't know at the end of this answer whether our co-investors will stop working with us, or our founders, or our LPs, but I'll still give it. So look, this is one of the trickiest situations that has played out, and it generally plays out obviously when things are not working. And when things are not working, nobody's feeling good, and therefore by definition these are probably the hardest situations I've dealt with, and maybe a slightly longer answer than usual. My view: up round is notional, down round is notional. We never made money on the up round, you're not going to lose money on the down round. This is all paper. The company likely got overpriced versus it. So I think people thinking too much about, especially founders, should just suck it up. That, they, just like they got lucky earlier, it's not that they are getting unlucky now. They got very lucky early in terms of a very high price, and now you have to kind of take it on the chin. Now, what happens is a number of clauses kick in, right? So anti-dilution kicks in. Are the existing investors participating or not participating kicks in? Is it being led by a third party, or insiders kicks in? Who is participating in the investor? So typically what happens is people take a view, and we should include an article on pay to play clauses, that people take. Pay to play means if you want your rights not to be wiped out, you have to pay. What does that mean? You have to actually invest something in the round. What are the penalties if that you don't do that? Which generally happens to investors. People will come in at senior liquidation preferences to everybody else who is. So all the money that has gone in is considered gone, which is kind of tragic. Um, Liquidation preferences not only can be senior, there can be 1, 2, 3 times the money that has gone in. These are typically end up in what is called a wipeout round also, where suddenly you price a company that was worth 100, 200 million at 5 million pre, because 3 million is coming in. So it wipes out everybody. So it dilutes a lot of people. You can almost sometimes ask for forced conversion of the earlier people to common. So these are all very bad circumstances. Typically, the early investors suffer the most. Typically, the founders, because they are common stockholders, do take it on the chin. But who's running the company after this? The founders are. So what often happens is you'll get a carve out for management and founders on the top. And I'm happy to put it out there, because I mean that's just what market practice is. It tends to be smaller numbers. It tends to be if people are finally making money, because you end up in a situation where everybody is losing money. Literally, everybody is losing money, but the founders are making money, right? Which is not how it was set up to be. At the same time, founders have put their life into it. So generally, you end up with founders getting some equity, but there are thresholds. How much money are people making back and stuff like that. But like I said, it tends to be pretty ugly. I think as Matrix, we have been in every piece of this. We have been participating and therefore benefiting from these terms. We have been not participating and therefore suffering from these terms. Been a founder and seen this. Uh, I think the best investors, what they do is that they play fair, and they don't create onerous stuff. They don't create all this. They don't get in the way of a fair deal, and they understand. And I remember I've seen one of a well-known investor say this, that we understand that if we are not supporting a company in a very difficult period and others are, we will be penalized. As long, but don't wipe us out. Give us, if the company makes up some outcome. So the investors who are taking that risk should get first dips. Management, because they are continuing to grind, will get some dips. But we should still be able to make something if it is a great outcome again, if things turn around. And I think that's the fair thing. People realize that this is a long-term business. Reputations count for a lot, and they play fair. Generally have found that firms that are very long-term and partners that are very long-term and have been around a while play like that. Generally have found that firms that are new, in markets that are new, or did a one-off deal and now I'm not going to do a deal again, so I don't care about my reputation. They are the ones who end up being a pain in the ass.
Thanks for tuning in. For more Matrix Moments episodes, you can head to www.matrixpartners.in/blog. You can also follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube for more updates.